Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on Facebook ads. You know, it can seem like this super complex maze, but I promise you, by the end of this, you're going to have a clear, step-by-step blueprint to launch your very first campaign with total confidence.
So think about this. You're scrolling through your feed, minding your own business, and then bam, there it is, an ad for the exact pair of running shoes you were just thinking about, or that digital marketing course you were curious about. How on earth does that happen?
Well, it's definitely not a coincidence or just dumb luck. It's a highly sophisticated system, and it's designed to do one thing really, really well: connect businesses with their perfect customers. And here's the best part. It's a system that you can learn to master for your own business. So let's break it all down.
Okay, before we even dream about crafting that perfect ad, we have to lay the groundwork. Seriously, getting this foundation right is the absolute non-negotiable first step to any kind of success on the platform.
First things first, let's get one thing crystal clear. You cannot run ads from your personal Facebook profile. That's for pictures of your dog and connecting with your family. To advertise, you absolutely must have a Facebook business page. Just think of it as your brand's official home. It's storefront on Facebook.
All right, next up is the Business Manager, which you'll probably hear called the Meta Business Suite now. This is your professional command center. It's where you'll manage your page, your ad accounts, your tracking data, the whole shebang, all in one secure spot. And what's really crucial is that it lets you give team members access without ever handing over your personal login details. This is how you run ads like a pro.
So, with our foundation firmly in place, let's look at the actual blueprint for every single ad campaign you'll ever create. If you can understand this three-part structure, you've unlocked the key to the entire system.
You know, the easiest way to think about this is like a filing cabinet. The whole cabinet itself, that's your campaign. And inside that cabinet, you've got different drawers. Those are your ad sets. And then inside each drawer are the individual files. And yep, those are your ads. It's a simple three-level hierarchy that keeps everything perfectly organized.
So here's how that actually breaks down. At the very top, at the campaign level, you set one single objective. Just one. Are you trying to get sales, website traffic, or maybe leads? You pick one clear goal. Then you move down to the ad set. This is where you define your strategy, who you're targeting, how much you're spending, and where your ads will show up. And finally, you get to the ad level. This is the fun part. It's where you design what people actually see, the image, the video, and the words you write.
Now for what is, I think, the most powerful and honestly the most critical part of this entire system: getting your ad in front of exactly the right people. So, Facebook gives you these three fundamental ways to build your audience. First, you've got demographics. Pretty straightforward stuff like age, gender, and location. Then you have interests, which are things people have shown they like. You know, pages they follow about digital marketing or running shoes. And finally, you have behaviors, which are based on things they've actually done, like being flagged as an engaged shopper. But here's where the real magic happens. It's in the layering. You don't just target everyone who likes shoes. That's way too broad. You can get super specific. You can tell Facebook, hey, show my ads to people who are interested in shoes and who are also interested in formal wear. This is how you stop shouting into a crowd and start whispering right into the ear of your perfect customer.
Okay, you've found your audience. That is a huge win. But now you've got a big question to answer. What are you actually going to show them? Let's talk about how to craft an ad that really, truly gets a response.
Here's a simple, time-tested formula for writing ad copy that just works. First, you've got to grab their attention with a strong hook that makes them stop scrolling. Then, build an interest by talking directly to a problem they have. Next, create desire by showing them exactly how your product is the perfect solution. And finally, you drive action with a super clear call to action, like shop now or learn more. It's that simple. And when it comes to the visuals in your ad, please don't just show your product sitting on a plain white background. Show people using it, enjoying it. Try out that user-generated content style. You know, ads that look more like a real person's post. That builds so much trust. And try to weave in some lifestyle elements so people can imagine a better version of themselves with your product.
All right, you've set up your campaign, you've targeted your audience, and you've designed a killer ad. But how do you know if any of it is actually working? That's where measurement comes in.
The key to all of this, the secret weapon, is the Meta Pixel. Now, don't let the name scare you. It's just a little snippet of code that you copy and paste onto your website. It's super simple. And once it's there, it basically acts as your eyes and ears, reporting back to Facebook on what people do after they click your ad. Did they make a purchase? Did they add something to their cart? The Pixel knows all.
And I'm not exaggerating when I say this, the Pixel is an absolute game changer. It lets you shift from targeting people based on what you think they're interested in to targeting them based on what they've actually done. It's the difference between guessing and making smart, data-driven decisions.
So here's how that works in the real world. The Pixel lets you create something called a custom audience. Now, a cold audience is made up of people who have no idea who you are, people you're targeting with interests. But a custom audience? That's made up of people who have already visited your website. You can then run special ads just for them. That's called remarketing, to bring those warm leads back and convince them to buy.
And there you have it. Seriously, from setting up your page to understanding the campaign structure, mastering your audience, creating amazing ads, and finally, measuring your results with the Pixel, this is it. This is the core blueprint for success.
So now you know how that perfect ad finds its way to the right person. The system isn't a mystery anymore. It's a tool. It's a tool that's in your hands now. The only real question left is, what's the first story your business is going to tell with it?